just a bloke in a bar.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another episode of Packer Up Boys. You might look at the set and be like, that's a little bit different. It is because I feel like it'd be un-Australian not to be watching the soccer. I feel like it'd be un-Australian not to watch the soccer. It's Australia versus Paraguay. Right now, it'll still be going when we drop this podcast, the Gyro 24-hour podcast. I did my shift yesterday. Big lift from Tommy Bomb. He did his shift around 2 a.m. this morning. Yeah. That's going, so make sure to go and check that out and donate if you can. It all goes to Gyro. It's going to cost a lot of money, the rest of his, everything he's got to go through going forward. So any support we can give him is good. And also, it's Beanie for Brain Cancer round, guys. This week is Beanie for Brain Cancer round. The link to buy will be in the show notes. Tommy Bomb, big lift, 2 a.m. lift. How you feeling?
Feeling good, Kempy. Yeah, it was made the clutch play. I slept for 2 hours from about 9 till 11.
Okay.
And I was sort of up and about. So we went and got a big Macca's order. One of my favourite parts of the night was Guru balancing about 8 beverages on the drive back into the studio. And he was one pothole away from drowning in Coke Zero, but obviously I clutched up. It was probably the biggest test of my driving career to date. But we got here and we were sort of trying to decide who the 2 fillet fish were for. We were like, who are the sickos that are eating that? One of them belonged to Nathan Hindmarsh, and best believe I didn't tell Hindy that I thought that was ridiculous. I actually said to him, that's actually a really normal order.
Okay.
Well done, man.
Okay. Fillet fish at what, 2 a.m. in the morning?
Bizarre.
Surely it's a before 12 p.m. kind of before 12 a.m. kind of operator stuff.
I was talking to, like, the other one was for Jordan from the buy round, and I was sort of talking to him and saying, you know, like, it is a bit bizarre because obviously he's a great dude and he's quite tall, but he's not as physically imposing as Nathan Hindmarsh. So I was sort of saying to him, that's a bit weird, man. And he was like, they're actually pretty good. I said, I get that, but you go to McDonald's, you're going about 10 items down the menu to get to a fillet fish. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure like there's fish and chip shops that do great beef burgers or solid beef burgers, but you wouldn't go in there and get a beef burger straight off the bat.
Strange areas.
It is.
Mate, it's been a great stream, some incredible stuff coming from it.
Yeah.
But I mean, let's just get straight into it. Last night's game, Eels get done by the Rabbitohs. Eels start terribly. They drop 2 balls coming out of their own end, and then the Rabbitohs put a couple of tries on them, but then the Eels fight back. I think they get it to 12-12 at one stage.
Yeah, it was 12-all.
Yeah, it was.
They get it to 12-all. They show their fight that they've shown all year, and then absolutely come out in the second half, and it's a schmozzle. It's an absolute schmozzle. The Rabbitohs get the job done. Hard to, good win from the Rabbitohs, like definitely a good win, but it's hard to know whether the Rabbitohs are great or the Eels were poor, because the Eels, they completed at like 35% or something in the second half, something mental. Mental.
33, I believe.
Unbelievable areas.
I think there was 30 errors for the game. For both teams. But
it was a classic slinger. Like, that's a slinger for the ages.
You know what, though? Like, I think there was a few little green shoots from Souths that I think certain things that sort of came to light last night. I thought he was on the stream with us last night, but I thought Cheese was very good last night. Obviously set up that try for Ewan Aitken. And
mate, the big hit he put on as well on Kelmer, I think it was.
Yeah, put a big shot on.
Cheese is a piece of the puzzle they need if they want to be a premiership threat. Because right now, with the fact that Mamazelis is kind of like in, kind of out, it seems like they're leaning on Cheese being the starting 9. So he is a big piece of the puzzle.
For sure. Yeah, and I think I'd still love to see him get used a bit more as a middle, especially if you're looking at like a combo. So let's say if you start him for 2025 and then you're sort of looking at a combo of him, Keon, Murray, I think that could be quite dangerous for him. TALLIS Duncan, I thought, was outstanding. It's hard, though, because you're right. With the Eels, they fought back into the game quite well. A few times they were in good ball and just awful service from dummy half. Like, it wasn't always Talon, but sometimes it was off an edge. It might have been a centre in there or a winger. A couple of times Moses wanted long ball and hit the deck and sort of he knocked on and it just sort of took the air out of it. But
oh, God, we might be on here. Okay. Sorry, apologies.
I will say, too, just to jump off the rugby league for a second, seeing one of the Socceroos wear head tape.
It's rugby league.
Promising early.
Yeah, absolutely. Head tape, it might be a rugby league-based win that we need, and head tape's the first step towards that.
I would argue that our win against how do you pronounce what's everyone calling Turkey?
Turkey.
Yeah, that. When we had the win against them, I think the fact that our goalkeeper parachuted in from the Penrith area.
Yep. Directly flew straight from Penrith in the new airport out there.
A lot of rugby league about that win.
Yeah,
he wasn't wearing head tape, but I do wonder had he taken a leaf out of Nathan Cleary's book recently and worn head tape, maybe we win by a bit more.
I do think he had his face stapled, but you just couldn't see it. You know, the good old Mick DeVere staples?
Yes, I do.
I just don't know if you could see it. I don't know if this is 4K at the moment. So that's probably why you couldn't see the fact that he had Mick DeVere before his game.
Staples in. Okay.
Yeah, maybe, you know what? Maybe that's what the Blues need. Just get Mick DeVere staplage before a game or even during a game at least.
Yeah. I mean, it couldn't.
Oh,
couldn't
here we are. Oh, no, they've ran over top of each other.
Okay. That's...
I will say, I don't know his name, but the dude with the man bun, he's had a few little problems today so far. Apologies.
Is that man bun based errors or?
No, because I like the audaciousness of a man bun in a World Cup. You know, we always say the 2022 Origin win for Queensland was a man bun based win because Paddy Carrigan won the Wally Lewis medal. First man ever to win the Wally Lewis medal with a man bun.
And he might be the only one at this stage. You know, it is hard to do. I think, is the man bun in soccer, Kempy, is that the equivalent of, like, say, like a leg tat in rugby league? Like, you just need a little bit of that in your side?
Yeah, like, it's hard to say. I've been out of the game for too long, but I don't think you see man buns very often anymore.
You used to see more.
You see them all the time. And you see guys trying to spruce themselves up, just constantly trying to spruce themselves up. Shout out to Adam O'Sullivan. Like, it just doesn't give you the spruce you think it does, bruh. You got to be committed, fully committed. You can't be doing it just to spruce yourself up.
Yeah. Were you someone, when in your football days, your soccer days, were you more someone who was like a faded within an inch of your life as opposed to exploring that man bun opportunity? Like, because I think there's sort of two ways you can go, right? Let's say there's three ways. You're either faded within an inch of your life, you dye your hair a ridiculous color,
or
your man bun. Come on.
Yeah. It all works. It all works. It just has
that
different
balance.
Yeah, it just has different effects at times.
But were you just like, you were a fade guy?
I mean, I was a cut my own hair guy.
Yeah.
Me and Darbs used to cut our own hair. It looked disgraceful, but
Cut each other's hair, or actually would cut your own in the mirror?
sometimes we'd cut our own, sometimes we'd cut each other's. Well, he'd cut. Sometimes he might cut mine because he enjoyed it. He enjoyed the clippers and that.
Yeah.
But yeah, and when you actually go back and look at some of the haircuts we were rocking, absolutely disgraceful.
You had a bit of a mullet going at one point, didn't you?
Yep. And that was just shaved in with clippers. Like, that was just like going, oh yeah, four here. Fuck, see how we go. Disgraceful stuff.
That's awesome.
But anyway, back to the game of rugby league.
Yes, apologies. For everyone listening.
I got to say, I actually feel a bit sorry for Mitch Moses because, like, of course he's not, when he gets asked to play for the Blues, he's not going to say no. And, you know, it sounds silly saying you feel sorry for a bloke that's getting paid $1 million a year and it's a gun, absolute gun of a player. But, like, what we saw the other night was a bloke that's played barely any footy for like 6 weeks. He's clearly underdone. He's clearly trying to find that balance back in his body. Unfortunately, he had a really poor game. But in saying that, like, because he was thrown into Origin, it's almost like we forget, like, yeah, that's par for the course for a lot of people. Like, they have a bunch of injuries, or like he's been in and out of first grade for a couple of years now. Sometimes it takes a few games to get the groove back. And unfortunately, it was a tough game for Mitch Moses. So much so that I just don't think you can pick him for game 3. Like, I just think it's unless he, you know, I've already got Strange regardless of how Moses played.
Yes,
but I think that's evidence of a guy that, you know, he needs some game time.
I think, Kempy, it makes more sense. And, like, just to be super clear, I'm the same as you. Pretty much since there was talk that Moses was in doubt, especially since we saw what Strange did in game 1, I was like, Strange is your guy. I think it actually makes more sense to pick Jerome Luai right now than it does to pick Mitchell Moses at 5'8" for the Blues.
Honestly, last night, Cody Walker looked pretty bloody good.
Cody's another
You know
example.
what I mean? Like,
Cody's another example where, like, running 5'8", a bit more ad hoc in the way he plays. Like, yeah, it was tough because, as you said before, he's not going to say no to serving his state. The other thing that I think I'm concerned about is there's 2 indicators to me that say that Moses will be there in game 3, and it's, as we've already spoken about, him getting taken off early in the Blues game, but also, like, I think it carries a lot of weight in camp by the looks of it. That last time we were in a decider at Suncorp, he was our man. But I think it's important to understand that he was at 7.
He was at 7, and also he was in red hot form.
Yeah.
Like, what blows my mind is, like, people are acting like Moses has been ripping all year. But A, he's been in and out because of injury, but also B, he hasn't been terrible. Like, I hate repeating this because I feel like I'm saying that he's been terrible. He hasn't been, but he hasn't been ripping at club.
No, he hasn't
been. So it's like, it's not the same as back in 2024 where he was ripping at club, where he
As a
was
7.
Yeah, as a 7, brought in with Luai, who's a running six, so he had a guy that is going to complement him really well. Also, Luai he has a history of being arguably the best Robin you could ever imagine for a Batman. So I just, as I said, I feel a bit sorry for Moses because he didn't ask to put himself in this position.
100%.
But I think that it's probably at the point where Laurie's has to just. I mean, I'd even go as far to say as like, and I know this is tough because you probably don't have Cleary covered, but like, do you put a guy like Fletcher Sharp at 18 and he's the emergency break the glass guy because he can play anywhere in the back line.
Yep.
If the game is on the line, you need to find points. You can chuck him on and say just do something.
So are you saying you'd go like Bostock and him are your 18, 19?
Well, it depends because like
if Strange is at 6.
If Strange is 6, yeah, because then you have the outside back coverage of Bostock, like a genuine centre.
Yeah.
And I just think with Mitchell Moses, like you're really not. You're not. I don't think you're putting Moses on at 18 to be a break the glass guy. No. I think you're doing it as if Cleary goes down, we have
He's
someone.
there. So you could even keep Moses there for sure. I think the other thing that frustrates me, Kempy, is like you can play with 2 7s, and I know the game's changed a lot. Like we used to see Queensland do it all the time with Thurston and Cronk, but the style would change. Like Cronk could take charge, he'd get them the points, and Thurston had leaned a lot more into like his instinctive
running
side
game,
of his game, his running game.
Not
so
like Cody Walker, like
yes,
strong running game with really good ability to break games open.
And you'd sort of see him, especially, and he actually played 6 at different points for the Cows, but when he was at 7 for the Cows for most of his career, he would pull back on his running game a bit to prioritise getting them the points more so and managing the game. And like I think he did that so well, but you could make that work with Cleary and Moses, but certainly not when Moses. But the best thing about Moses, in my opinion, like he's definitely got a running game, but it is the way that he directs a team around and sort of
it's his
controls the
dominance
game.
as a 7. Like it's his ability to go, whether I'm right or wrong, this is what we're doing as a team. I think that's his strongest suit, and he can't do that from 6.
No, and he also, if he was going to play 6 for us, the way that I would go about it is I'm saying, well, I want you to lean into your running game, and we know how quick Moses is, but when you're carrying a hamstring injury,
it's the last thing you want to be doing.
It's the last thing you want. So like,
I think Strange will be there. I think that Laurie Daly would have seen this game and gone, okay, you know what? Maybe I'm asking a bit too much of this bloke that's played barely any footy this year. Oh, I think Strange will be there.
I don't mean this disrespectfully at all. Do you think Laurie's definitely watching that game? Like, I honestly, like, I'm genuinely asking. Like, I just
surely
you'd think so, right?
You just have to.
But the more that can be, to be honest with you, the more that it goes on with different decisions, like I think every single person in New South Wales outside of our coach thinks that Cam Murray should be starting.
yeah.
If you watch that game last night,
mate, when Cam Murray went down, I was going, oh my God. Because that makes it even worse. Is like, holy shit! Like, you didn't even get the opportunity. Well, you did get the opportunity, but like, now you don't even have him. Like,
yes.
Not only did you not start him, you don't even have him now. But he obviously got up and he was good to go.
That was the other frustrating thing about the Murray thing. Like, we didn't have him last year, and a lot of the yarn was like about how much we've missed him and how much the statistics for Souths and the Blues in particular, how much the stats change when he's on the field.
Mate, look last night.
Yeah.
When Eels scored their try right after half time, where was Cam Murray?
Yeah.
He was off the field.
Yeah.
It's like it's there for everyone to see. It has been for a while now.
So yeah, I hope he was watching because I think you're right, Kev. I think watching the game last night,
he would have been.
It was clear that you need to go in a different direction. And I think like it's weird. People talk about picking on form. I think Strange is in really good form at the moment individually, and I think one of the most dangerous combinations in Origin sometimes, and I think of a Queenslander in particular here, like a Dane Gagai or a Darius Boyd. Sometimes when your club team is struggling, but you're not necessarily struggling yourself, being able to come into the rep arena and just rip with some more confident guys around you. Like I think Strange is exactly in that position for his club at the moment, and I think he'd absolutely thrive at the idea of going up to a decider at Suncorp. So
I just think too much. The Blues always go, let's just pick the best 17 players. It's like, no, pick the best team. Pick the best combinations. Don't pick. There might be a guy that's a better back row or a better centre or whatever, but does he suit what you need? For example, if you're looking at what Queensland have done for the first 2 games, you're probably trying to find the best defensive centre to put at the right centre position, and you could argue, now, it depends what happens with Liam Martin, you could argue the best defensive edge back row as well to just nullify KP's incredible thing. Now, we'll see what happens with Liam Martin. Now, I would personally, I would start Olakau'atu and then I'd bring Liam Martin off. And I'd say to Olakau'atu, mate, if you last 20 minutes, I don't give a shit. We can bring Liam Martin on. Just go fucking as hard
bananas.
as you can. Yeah.
Yep, I agree.
Set the tone. Here we are. Oh, shit. So, yeah, that's what I'd be doing. But anyway, back to the game. With the Rabbitohs. Geez, I did like seeing Cheese get out of dummy half, step the overs line, get the A and the B involved, and then, or even C. Mitchell Moses turns in, boom, hits that short line. That's beautiful. You'd be missing that for a little bit at the Rabbitohs.
Yeah, vintage Cheese. And I think I only met Cheese properly for the first time last night, but I've sort of seen him in passing in the last few months and this year, and it's been clear how fit he is relative to what he has been in the past, and seeing him sort of start to settle in after a pretty long stint out, and obviously having injury sort of cloud the first part of his season, like his running game could absolutely be a point of difference to them. And I think you saw last night, it can also really bring Cody onto the front foot as well, and bring his running game into it. So
seriously, in the history of the game, there aren't many players better than a fit Cody Walker to be able to take advantage of a quick play of the ball.
100%.
Like that's how good he is.
Sure.
That's how good he is. And so it really could unlock everything. I'm still a little bit iffy on the spine. Like I need to see that spine play game after game after game after game together. You know what I mean? Like whereas at the moment it's been so stop and start, but it could be the key. It could be the key. Come on, boys. Oh,
just hit the top of the man bun.
Let's hit the man bun. Unfortunately, yeah.
But yeah, I also think like with that spine, they've just been unlucky in games too. Like even last night, like losing Jai for a little bit. Like it is quite disjointed there anyway. I still would love to know what is going on with Pete Mamo. Like
strange, isn't it?
It is so
very,
bizarre.
very strange. I do think as well, like if there's one critique, and I'll get your feedback here, Maddie.
Yep.
On Jai Gray, it's just that out the back 3-on-2. He's still working on it quite a bit.
Big time. There's a lot of improvement there. There's a lot of times where I think I would have liked him to pass then, and he's run first, which I like, but it's just about finding that balance. And if he runs 5 times for every 2 passes, that's fine, but it's not quite at the moment. He's probably got to find that proper pass just a few more times, which will unlock him even more. But yeah, he's definitely improved.
That's where I go. Like, obviously, we already knew Latrell was a key to winning a premiership or even going deep. But like, that's where in good ball, Latrell's fullback for me.
You'd be mixing it
100%. As soon as we get inside good ball, Latrell goes to fullback. Jai Gray can just float in the centres or whatever, and you can still get some good. Like, Jai Gray can still do damage in attack from centre or wing, wherever you want to put him. And yeah, like you just that's what you do in my opinion in good ball, because I do think you've created opportunities where if you're being honest and you said, okay, if Trell was there right now, he probably nails that 3-on-2.
Oh, for sure.
Now, and again, that's no knock on Jai. We're talking about literally Latrell Mitchell here, like generational freak. Yeah. But that's what I'll be doing.
Well, I mean, like the flip side is that Latrell can't do a lot of things that Jai can do.
That's right. So
yes,
I think
absolutely.
they would balance each other out. And I think if you start mixing and matching a bit, if you bring Latrell in a fullback sometimes in good ball, you could run some really horny variations, especially on that like left edge in terms of double sweep shapes and even like...
so are we talking boner-based footy?
Boner-based football. So you sort of start to sweep, say like you got Jai out the back on that wide 4, Cody front foot ball, tunnel ball to Latrell. I mean, get him one-on-one at the centre. Like.
So are we thinking that if they are going to play boner-based footy, they've got to wear 3 pairs of undies to keep it down? Because you don't want to see blokes running out with boners.
You'd assume.
I mean, some people would, which is fine.
Yeah, but 100%. I think like it depends because you could actually buy yourself more time with the football campy if you're sort of
and it is the first point of
half-mast.
contact too, so you've got more room to kind of wrestle out of
100%
contact.
Like we always talk about guys using their bumpers to create that space and get an offload.
Imagine using your cock.
If you can use your penis, it's just a nice string to the bow. And I think that's something that Jai will work on as he sort of builds into his career. But yeah, I think
there's Fosball and then there's boner-based footy.
Yeah, there's boner ball.
Boner ball.
So I think
the Rabbitohs, they need to play boner ball. That's what we're
Rabbitohs
saying.
need to play boner ball.
Imagine boner ball versus Fosball in like a semi-final.
I think you'd find one of the most entertaining games of rugby league in the history of the sport there, Matty. Like I think, and that's the other thing, you know what I mean? Like the other thing that sort of, it wasn't boner-based football for the guys on the field, but for me watching at home, it certainly was. TALLIS Duncan not passing to the
debutant.
To score his own double.
Hilarious.
Awesome. Really enjoyed
And you
that.
know what? He just said, you know what? You got to earn your boner. That's what he said.
100%.
You got to earn your boner, and I've been boning all day and all year really, and last year too.
Yeah, I think you found a TALLIS Duncan who was at half chub there, Kempy, and he was ready to go the full extension with 2 tries of his own. And he told the young kid, "Hey son, you still got time to cut your teeth here." So
TALLIS was the best player on the field yesterday by a mile, in my opinion, by an absolute mile, with Cheese second. Mate, 2 tries, that's whatever. Like TALLIS Duncan, we know he can score a try.
Yeah.
That try-saving tackle early in the first half, where I don't know how he did that. There was a play before as well where he forced an error when they were defending their line as well. He was just in everything. He is getting better week by week by week.
It's a little bit hindsight-y, but I did have him in my conversation for the Blue squad before a ball was kicked.
yeah, me too.
But honestly, he's getting to the point where if he continues this, at the very least, he has to be in the extended squad game 1 next year.
I think he could have handled a bench spot this year. I think what's going to be interesting with him, what could mess him up a little bit, is like, I think given they've got so many injuries consistently at Souths, and he's one of those guys who's like, oh, you need me to play centre, bro? It doesn't matter what side, I can do it. I can play as a middle. I can play back row. Is that'll help him in terms of getting a bench spot, in my opinion, showing that he can cover those positions. But I personally believe if you get a TALLIS Duncan, whether it's playing left edge or right edge week in and week out, I think it would only be a matter of time before he earns a spot starting for the Blues.
I think his versatility, it creates a crazy opportunity for you on your bench to experiment with other stuff. The fact that he can play all in the middle or on an edge and in the centres, not even at the centres at a pinch. He can actually go quite well at centre. Some people think it's his best position.
Cheese was telling us last night that like if they introduce a card game to TALLIS, he'll master it in 10 seconds. Like he's one of those guys that does apparently he's the best gamer in the club.
Oh, really?
Like,
So apparently he's just he called him a jack of all trades, which actually makes sense. Like every time he gets pushed to the centres, like he might, it'll take him a few weeks to learn it, but he'll eventually be elite at it.
Yeah, he's a gun.
He also says something along the lines of like he doesn't mind playing centre for the team, but like it's not his preferred. Even though, as one of you just said, like some people think it's actually his best position, but I think he likes to whack blokes too much to just play centre.
He reminds me so much of Angus Crichton, like young Angus Crichton. He just how strong he is in contact and that.
His best position's back row, I reckon.
For sure, I reckon back row. I wouldn't mind seeing him as he gets a bit older and a bit bigger in the 13 jersey. Obviously Cam Wayne's going to keep that spot. Actually, no, I'm hearing Wayne's going to bench him. But I wouldn't mind when he gets a bit older, seeing what he was like in the middle with quite a bit of ball. Look, I thought Keon last night was phenomenal. I think he looks like he's finally fresh again. Not as like he's still strapped up a little bit on his knee.
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit, but nowhere near as much.
Mate, he's a shout for the squad for game 3 for sure.
He's another guy like I mean, and he's another guy that he was around my talk in regards to the Orange squad. I can't believe there wasn't more talk around Keon, and I get it. People go, oh, he was a bit injured or whatever, but still, like he's actually played gun on the edge for the Blues before. Like he's actually done it before.
Yeah.
And he can't even get a look in.
Do you think that Barnett and AFB both drop out for game 3? Like, are we seeing some of these guys parachute in, whether you've obviously got Hamole there?
It's funny, like, are you asking what I would do or what I think will happen?
I'm
If
asking
you're
what
not
you
going to
think
start
will
AFB, there's no point in having him, is there?
Well, I reckon...
Give him 10 minutes, give him 5 minutes on the field.
Kebby, I personally thought that his second stint, and in game 1, it sort of overlapped with the send-off, so it's hard to tell, but I thought when he came on with Brayley as a second stint, he was actually quite good.
Yeah,
However,
it was great.
I think if the plan is like they want to run and give Radley, I think Radley needs more minutes than what he got. Cam Murray definitely needs more minutes than what he's got. So if they want to go with that fitter mold where like they can just try and play through Queensland, they need to go with a more creative 9.
See, I think they need to choose between Barnett and AFB.
Yeah.
I don't understand. If he is not a part of the game plan and he's essentially seen as a break the glass guy, get a guy that like can play multiple positions and I just, it doesn't make any sense to me.
That's what I'm saying. I personally would be okay with both of them dropping out. If you got guys like Payne Haas there who can play huge minutes, even if a Keon was to come in, Liam Martin, like are they going to use Liam Martin as a break the glass guy where Hamole's back on the right edge?
See, I don't mind. A lot of people have Yo on the bench. I actually don't mind Yo starting in the front row with Haas, with Murray as well. Murray gets you a quick play of the balls.
Yeah.
Haas and Yo, Yo is outstanding in defence as well. And they all can play big minutes. So
Yo's another example. Yeah. And like, missed me with the yarn about Murray. Like he buries blokes. Like there's zero
Size is not an
argument.
issue there.
Nah.
He snaps blokes.
Mate, look what he did yesterday. I know with the kick chase where he forces the dropout.
Like we need more of that.
And then he makes that line break as well.
Yeah.
And then if you have those three starting, then Liam, you can go to Olakau'atu, mate. It doesn't even matter if you gas in 10 minutes. I just want you going crazy so that we win the momentum for the first 10, 20 minutes. And then you bring on Liam Martin on an edge and you bring Olakau'atu off. You say the same thing to Liam and Hudson Young. Boys, do not conserve energy. Go as hard as you can. Then you've got Olakau'atu to bring back on if you need to. You've got Radley to bring on, and then maybe other one big bopper sitting there ready to go. And you pick maybe one outside back, maybe a Moses or a Fletcher Sharp, and you do obviously the rotation. Now, some people have gone Appiah and Brayley. See, I actually think I don't mind Reece Robson first 20, doing all that tough stuff and not being a spot because he's not a spot in defence.
At all.
Genuinely, like he's one of the guys you don't want to run at.
Buries blokes.
Yes. But then, like, I don't think it's worth having two types. Like, Appiah and Brayley are too similar in, like, creativity around the ruck. Now, granted, Appiah is far more creative, but, like, they're too similar-ish. Yeah. I think you can only afford to carry one of them. So I would be either going Reece Robson and Appiah, Reece Robson and Brayley. Now, I'd probably go Reece Robson and Appiah just because Brayley, he's broke his arm. Like,
yes.
That's, like, it's incredible that he's back, but he's still fucking coming back from a broken arm. So that's what I'll be doing.
Do you want to hear my beautiful mind, Matt Damon theory around the Nines, Kempy, is that I would actually be going, I love Reece Robson for the Roosters. I just think that, I was thinking about the other day, and I think Reece, because people will go, oh, like him and Teddy link up at club. Reece is really good at identifying when there's one marker or a quick play ball, he will run, right? I think in Origin, there's better guys to use where they are more creative in terms of manipulating markers that set the right way anyway, in terms of still creating space. So I think Reece is very good at when there's a mismatch in terms of the markers aren't set or, someone finds their front and it's time to jump. Like, I don't think he misses the mark ever. I think he's very good at it, but I think, say like an Appiah or a Wade Egan or a Brayley, they're good at, if the markers are bang on and the A's are doing their job early on in the game, they still find more creative ways with ball in hand, whether it's just those couple steps to hold them. Like, I think they're just better at that. But then again, to your point,
I worry about that role in the first 20 minutes. Like, even though Appiah and Brayley can defend, it's how dominant are you in contact in that first 20. We are a soccer half away from qualifying in second, I think, which would be good, which means we'd play like Colombia, maybe Portugal, that sucks.
Yep.
But like Colombia, I think as well, potentially.
Important that the dude with head tape, last name Metcalf. So just a little bit more rugby league to you as well.
Yeah, that is good stuff.
Well, like, I find it pretty cool though if we played Ronaldo. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I'd rather play a not as good team.
Oh,
of course,
of course. But like
it would
silver
be cool
linings.
to play Ronaldo for sure.
Just to your point though, Matt, imagine growing up in Australia, like you play soccer and that, and then you're marking him.
You're marking Ronaldo.
What a fucking spin out.
I know. That's mad.
Okay, guys, this is also brought to you by Ashley Mazza, Luke Camilleri. Do not forget, it's nearly ending soon, guys. I think it's like July 19th or something. If you want a car, do it through Ashley Mazda, because if you buy a car new or used through Ashley Mazda, you have a chance to be gifted a day in a suite at Suncorp Stadium with me, Alex Glenn, Dral Yai, and Lukey the Car Man. And also you and a friend can come into that suite. And also, Alex Glenn will take you into the locker room of the Broncos after the clash. I think it's against the Knights, so it'll be a cracking clash. And so, yes, make sure, guys, if you're looking for a car, give Lukey a message. You got to mention Bloke, LDC_01. That is an Instagram. Shoot him a message. This is nearly going to end a money can't buy experience. Also brought to you by Code Sports. This also will end for an entire year. It's only $19, no paywall. Trust me, it's worth it. I know the feeling of going to an article. It looks sick, and then the paywall comes up, and you go, "Oh my god!" So $19, for the whole year. It's an incredible discount, and it ends in the next 7 days. So make sure to be there. I'll also be writing my first ever article, and you can only do that if you pay the $19 for the year subscription.
It ends in 4 days. 4 days.
How's that not a penalty?
That's what I said. Outrage.
He dived here, but that first one was like, see, that's a dive. But the first one, you're not supposed to be able to push someone.
I think there's a chance that that's a hip drop in rugby league, though. How that's not a penalty, I'm not sure.
Yes. Okay. In regards to some other good performance, who played well for you guys in the Rabbitohs?
Yeah, it was pretty easy top three for me. It was Cheese, then TALLIS, then Cheese, then probably Keon. I just thought they were very brave. Like the fact that Cam Murray finished the game at centre. Ed Cossey getting injured, which is annoying. Like those injuries are building up, which is pretty annoying. I thought Latrell had a pretty good game as well.
Yeah.
Dave Fafita had some decent touches. Ewan Aiken was outstanding.
Funny thing about Fafita, he had some great touches, but I thought they'd go to him a lot more considering he was running at Volkman and Katonga. But they scored the other side.
When they hit Fafita short at one point around midfield and he dragged Ronald with him for about 7 metres?
What about when Fafita, he tapped it right at the end on the 10-metre line and just thought, fuck, I'm going to try and score here. He got held up.
Love that. Yeah, he thought he was back in the under six. I mean, to be fair, he was probably doing that at like
in literally in a row.
Yeah.
Now, I'll never forget when he was playing for the Titans and he was playing South. He scored a hat-trick in like 20 minutes against South.
Yeah.
This is the NRL. It's crazy.
Yeah. It's the crazy thing about that side yesterday as well. So you still have Jack Whiten, Campbell Graham, and Latrell Mitchell to come back into this side.
Yeah.
Like, wow. That's insane.
But Jack Whiten, like, I feel like he never gets, and I know it's because obviously he was confirmed to be out for an extended period of time, but like he's a fucking huge out. Like even for situations like last night when an outside back goes down or even a half, like he just offers so much cover and just even though I know they've got like Humphreys there on the bench as halves cover anyway, but like being able to put Whiten in there, like just
it kind of doubles up because like he's a huge loss, obviously Jackie Whiten, but then it also allows TALLIS to go back to his real position.
Yes.
So it's just, we need him back. We need Campbell back as well. I don't know where Latrell's at, but...
Imagine like, and that's what I was saying before, imagine if like TALLIS is able to sort of cement week in, week out, if he's playing right edge. Imagine getting to a point next year where like he's your starting right edge and then you can bring on like a Hamole just to go bananas for a period of time or whatever.
In regards to the Eels, like, they took so many steps forwards with their gutsiness over the last few weeks, but just a massive step back, especially that second half. Like, to work as hard as they did to get back into the game, and then that second half, they just fell to pieces.
When you're a fan of a team, and when your team's there's certain moments where your team's going to win, and your team's going to lose.
Yes.
There was a moment last night when they made a break, and for they somehow didn't score. I can't remember who made the break, but they somehow didn't score in the corner, and then the ball didn't go to Moses. The ball gets to Katonga, and he kicks it into Rosette. As soon as that happened, I was like, "There's no way South's losing this game."
Mate, that was killer because like they had so much, they had a heap of numbers to the right side there.
Yeah,
they're going through their hands, and Moses was screaming for that.
What's
ball
with Moses not getting past the ball at the Eels this year? The amount of times I've seen him, even when he was injury free, good to go, where they pass away from him is insane.
Which I think is also like a good indicator of like I guess where he's at. Like I just. It's hard to, like, I've always enjoyed watching him and Talon De Silva clash because Talon is obviously such a runner.
Theatre. It's theatre.
Yeah. But, like, last night, and as I said before, like, a few times in good ball, and as you said, Kempy, they worked so hard to stay in the game and even fight their way back into the game so that it was game on, and they're there in good ball and then just poor passes and just drop balls that are completely avoidable. There's a few, too, later in the tackle count where, like, the one thing that I guess Moses is always really strong with, regardless of where he's at with his injury and his form, like, he's a good kicker.
Yeah. So
even just being able to put like a guy like Cossey under pressure at the back end of a set there, like they just lost that opportunity.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I would have loved to have seen. Obviously, Edward Cossey took that intercept. That was a pretty big play at that point. Makes that run. He was never going to get there respectfully. But when Cam Murray broke through on the other side, would have been nice to see him go the length, so long distance.
100%. I remember something that I want to bring up as well, and it's probably a dumb comment because I'm not sure, but just off vibe, and certainly for the last probably 2 years, I reckon there's no better interceptor in the comp than Alex Johnson. Mate, he takes that many intercepts. He took 3 last night. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's not bad. Yeah, but also, do you think pretty wild that there was a few blokes last night who had backed him to score any time. He's only not scored twice this year. A few blokes in at the stream last night.
Yeah.
Backed him in, didn't score, Kempy. Heartbreak.
Always is the way. We're under the pump here, boys. We are under the pump, Australia. Oh, fuck.
Guru said that he's only backed him to score twice this year, and it's the 2 times he didn't score.
And that was
Guru's
nice.
the problem. Then.
Yeah.
Guru's clearly.
Guru, stop betting on AJ.
Yeah, that was good. That was good to hear too. I mean, sort of serves you right. Like you're not getting value for that.
And Guru's never happy for people when they win. So,
No, he hates it.
So
It's
when
the first
Guru
thing he
loses,
says.
I'm happy.
Yeah, no,
No offense, Guru.
he deserved that.
I will say, look, we've got the ball back now for the Australian side, Socceroos, sorry. And look, we were under the pump for a while there. I was getting quite nervous. A bit of a mix-up between the goalkeeper and our left back, I think it was. But we're back. We're all good here.
We're in good ball. We're on the attack.
Good ball.
Turcardi.
Dan, are you pre-ordering GTA? Are you gonna play GTA 6?
Swear to
yeah.
God, they've announced it's out. Are you serious?
What do you mean? It's out. It's been announced for ages. It's coming out
Yeah,
in November.
but the pre-order
Goes
started
live.
2 days ago, I think.
They reckon they're going to make $1 billion in pre-order.
That's fucking huge. They've actually announced the pre-order.
Yeah.
I had no idea. I remember being in like year 11 in 2018 and people talking about GTA 6 coming out. That's massive.
I think they've spent $1 billion on it. Like it is.
so
It is
exciting.
going to be the biggest video game launch of all time.
Yeah.
Bar none. Bar none. It is going to be freaking massive. And what's crazy is they've barely released anything from it. Like there's been one trailer that didn't really show any gameplay. Like it was still the graphics that you'll play with.
Yeah.
But not really like from gameplay view or whatever. So
It looks sick.
yeah, it looks unbelievable.
How long does it
Unbelievable.
take for cheat codes to sort of be made for these games still? Do you reckon you can still do that for games? Or do you
I'd
reckon
say
they're too
I'd
smart
say
now?
they control it now. There'd be hacks. There'd be actual hacks where they hack the game system
Yep.
and do stuff, but that you got to download. But anyway, Broncos sign Dane Gagai.
Huge.
Love it. What do you reckon, Tommy Bomb?
Yeah, I really love it too. We were talking about him the other day and the form he's in at the Knights. I think it's a very mature decision from the Knights, and it's a tough decision to. Like,
Not sure. I feel like it's a little bit like the Broncos a couple of years ago where they thought they were sweet to allow Kurt Catewell to go, and we've missed him ever since.
I get that, and I think obviously depending on injuries and other people, like it could age that way. But I do think like you got Fletcher Hunt sitting there in the wings, and between like a lot of those guys that make up that back five, someone's got to give somewhere. I reckon there was a world where until
Is it a
not,
Fletcher Sharp potential as well? Because like if Sandon Smith plays really well, then you can put Sharp in the centres if you have to
for
keep
sure,
him in the starting
and
side.
that's where I think you're probably going to get better value for money. Say keeping someone like a Sandon Smith there as your depth cover, where like you said you can move Sharp around. You got Fletcher Hunt there. Like I just think it does make sense to me, and I think it is a decision. Like they're obviously gonna, and they have. I've seen in comments on socials like they've copped a fair bit of flack for it because, I mean, everyone can see how well Dane Gagai is still going. I love it for the Broncos though. I think they need that little bit of experience, a little bit of leadership at the moment. Like it's pretty
Tell you what, we're signing old blokes. Benny Hunt just re-signed. Mitch Barnett.
that caught me off guard. The Benny Hunt re-signing.
I don't mind. Apparently, it's for barely anything, so it's like I don't mind it. He's great. Like if you could get him at your club for $300,000 or something, like that's a great signing for backup, for depth.
Absolutely, it's a great signing. I just found it fascinating because I remember before I heard from multiple people who were in the know before last year's grand final. They were like, apparently, if they win, Benny's done. Like,
Okay.
which I thought was very interesting. And then obviously that didn't age that way. Like he's played on this year, but I was very, very confident that
Yep.
he'd wrap it up this year if that was the talk last year. But I mean, if he's keen to go again, how's he get used, Kempy? Like you've obviously got Peasant coming to the club.
I think
You've
it's
got
to
Duffy
help.
there.
Like the problem is like Peasant's not a sure thing at the moment. He's struggling with hamstring injuries. Duffy has been really good, but he's also not a sure thing.
No.
So there's a world where Benny Hunt wins that 7 jersey again next year. I don't think it'll happen because you'll piss off half your halves. But there is a world where he's still the best 7 at the club.
Oh, for sure. You know who I think is going to get their own statue at Brisbane by the time he comes back because people are going to realise how much he's have missed him. And I think a lot of the genuine fans realise that. But God, you guys are going to love Billy Walters coming back in your side.
Yeah, I
Holy
think
shit.
yeah. There was a few naysayers last year that didn't want to give him his flowers, mate. The creativity around the ruck that he brought, we have missed that so much. It's actually insane.
And I feel like with him, like, because that's obviously, the creativity is the main point of difference to me between him and Pakes. Like, Pakes is a dog and, like,
Gun
he works
player,
hard.
yeah, works his backside off.
But
Yep.
you don't give away any dog bringing Billy in.
No.
So even if you were to say, like, what you were talking about before with Robson, if you were to give Pakes the first 20 or so and then bring Billy on, or even if you just want to let Billy try and go for as long as he can,
Yep.
that creativity is going to make a massive difference, especially when you're going to be losing Payne, who can just create a lot of momentum out of nothing. you
Also,
know?
Billy's a great backup in the halves. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Irinkunda, he's away. Bit of a break.
Please.
What?
Oh,
See, like,
Oh, man.
that's
That was
was that like a cross potentially? Someone else?
I
or
think
no?
it was a mixture of like,
Yeah,
I'm going
two
to bang
minds.
this so hard that if it goes near the post, then good. But if not, someone will slide in and get it. But that's not a cross. No, he's tried, he's tried to hit it with the outside of his foot and curl it around in the back post
Yeah.
and it hasn't gone in.
Boys,
There's a miss kick. Oh, I love seeing that. A rugby union Wallabies jersey,
pure.
which is the fucking one of the best all time at a soccer game.
Can I?
I think the early 2000s Wallabies jersey is the best national jersey we have.
It's pretty hectic, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it is iconic because of some of the guys that were wearing it at the time. I have a bit of a bone to pick with you guys in terms of not with you guys, but I just want to bring something up. Important distinction.
Very strange way to bring something up.
Listen,
Pick up a
so
topic.
Here we go.
I
Here we
love
go.
how charge down. I love how with like the Socceroos playing, obviously the nation gets behind them. I think it's awesome. You know what I find hilarious though is the number of people that start to talk about soccer like they know soccer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm very happy to sit here. I don't know a fucking thing, but I hope the boys win. And obviously, I know if the ball goes through the net, we're doing something right. But I was down at training last Saturday morning, and there was a few blokes there who were chatting. They go,
Get on.
"Yeah."
Oh, far out.
And there's a few blokes going, yeah, fuck me. Like, they just need to kick it more. And I'm like, Jeez, all right, Prostacoglu. Like, fucking hell. Like, I love listening to that conversation where people really start to, like, they think they're diving into it, but it's like, you obviously.
See, what I find is hilarious, having grown up with soccer, is for 3.5 years we bagged the fuck out of soccer. Bunch of cats,
Yes.
shit game. All they do is dive, boring, no goal scored. And then the World Cup comes around and everyone's like, "Fuck yeah, the Socceroos!" It's not even like we leave the Socceroos alone during this time, like where we just kind of like let them do their thing. Like they get the fuck bagged out of them,
Everyone like gets around them. I know, like the
which is good. That's it's the Australian way. It's the Australian way. Tear people down, they get around them.
But I just love that. Like, I'll be talking to the most rugby league people you can find. And they're like, yeah, man, like, we just got to be more like we're playing aggressive, but I just feel like we need to take our opportunities.
Oh.
And I'm like,
Did you see Pop?
Yeah.
did you have a certain number that you wore?
My favorite number is number 9, but I didn't really care that much. And like number 9 started taking on a bit of a meaning in soccer where you're essentially the striker or the one in behind the striking. So
Yeah.
Because soccer, I could be completely wrong here. They do have traditional numbers, right? But then they just fucked them
not
off.
really, like not really. Numbers like yes to a degree. Number 9 is considered a certain, but not every number. No, like
Didn't number 10 have a bit of a
number
run
10
for
had a bit
while?
of a thing too, but not like league at all. You can really wear whatever you want.
Super League, they do that now, don't they? But you can sort of wear whatever, or you get allocated the number
Man,
based on when
remember
you
when the
signed?
World Cup in
Oh,
soccer
man.
and footy they tried to just say any numbers? It was the worst.
It was such a
thing
wig out.
ever.
Or such a, like, if you were a purist, you would have been absolutely tearing your hair out trying to figure out, well, even though you know what's going on,
Yeah.
but you know that Payne Haas is playing front row.
But still, from further away, like it was confusing.
Oh,
honestly.
100%. But also, like, seeing him wear number 3 or whatever just feels wrong, But
Like wasn't Adokar like bloody? Wasn't he 2 or something? Or like 8?
yeah, like a front row number. Wait, who was that guy who he was the goalkeeper for Chelsea and he wore a headgear?
Check?
Something like that.
Something like that.
I just remember
Fuck.
playing FIFA 08 and like,
Yeah.
being a rugby league kid. I was obsessed with him. I didn't realize that they do this in this sport, wearing a headgear.
Alrighty, boys. Tigers signed Josh Schuster.
Yeah. Love this.
Yeah.
I love this. I saw him at North Sydney Oval the other week, and I actually walked past him without even clocking who he was. He just looks so trim, he looks
Yeah.
so lean, and yeah, I think most people in rugby league want to see him, I guess, get another chance and make a go of it. Like, he's so talented, and I think his body shape now resembles or will sort of suit how he wants to play and how he's designed to play, because I think he's probably one of those guys, Kemby, that we've spoken about a fair bit, where on the way through being so talented and being so big initially, probably got away with a lot of like effort areas just going under the rug a bit and just like being able to get away with that. Whereas now, like, he looks super trim, he looks super fit. I'd love to see him come in and try and sort of challenge for like a 6 or something like that, or even there's like a ball playing lock or something.
Yep.
How do you see him sort of coming through?
Honestly, it's time to lock in. I don't want to see another interview. I don't want to see.
Yes.
And look, there are going to be journalists reaching out or whatever. if I was Schuster, I'd be saying, I appreciate you reaching out. It's time for the footy to do the talking.
For sure.
That's it. Like, that's simple. I do think, if you come in with an attitude of like, I only want to play 6, and that's what I think, already you're behind the 8 ball and already your attitude is incorrect.
Yes.
I think that if you want to come back and play first grade, it should really be, I have a preferred position for sure, but I will play wherever my coach needs me.
Well, if you want to sort of apply that rationale that a lot of like the breathwork operators on Instagram have about your physique reflecting your however they go about it, I think this is the first time we've seen Josh Schuster, because obviously, like, without sounding disrespectful, like, this is the second or third comeback we've seen from him.
Yeah.
This is probably the first time that I've looked at him and thought, far out, he looks not he looks fitter or he looks like he's trimmed down a little bit. Like, he looks proper lean. Yeah. Looks like a different person, to be honest. I'm hoping that this will be the time that he does, as you said, lock in and let his footy finally do the talking.
Yep, absolutely. Alrighty, boys. Anything else? No. Okay, round 17 preview. Gold Coast Titans versus the Dogs. What are we doing?
I'm going the Titans here.
I actually reckon this is one of the harder games to tip.
This is my hardest one to tip. I don't know what the answer is, honestly.
I think they double down this week, the Titans.
It'll either be 13-12 to the Dogs or like 36-10 to the Titans.
Yes.
The Dogs just keep winning 13-12.
It's incredible.
I'll go Titans because I don't want to see 13-12 game.
I'm going to go, I'll go Dogs. Broncos, Roosters.
I'm nervous about this one, Kempy, even though, like, probably shouldn't be. I'm nervous, but I think the Roosters do win. I hope we give it to you.
Yeah, Roosters. Sorry.
Dolphins, Warriors.
Dolphins.
Cowboys, Panthers.
Fun fact, the last 4 times the Panthers have played the Cowboys up at Dairy Farmers, the Cowboys have not scored less than 20 points, and they've only been beaten once or twice.
I think it's been in Origin time, though, usually.
Yeah, that's probably true.
But yeah, Panthers.
I'm still going Panthers.
Panthers bounce back, for sure.
Manly, Storm.
So keen for this game.
Good game.
One of the old classics. I think Fosball bounces back.
Yep.
Personally.
Okay, Raiders, Dragons.
Right.
I'm going Dragons.
I'm going Dragons too.
Yeah, upset.
We love the Dragons here, and I think they're going to get their second win.
And then we've got Newcastle, Nice West Tigers.
I think Newcastle's going to give it to them.
Yeah, I found this game a bit harder to pick than the Dogs Titans, actually. In terms of, my gut says Knights. I wouldn't be shocked though if Tigers put up a bit of a fight, but yeah, only other Knights.
Oh my god, is this drinks break? Oh my god, bro. Fuck.
Macca's match break.
Trust America to be the first.
Oh, it's so
sorry,
American.
the USA to be the first country to bloody, like, serious. It is so USA to literally affect the fabric of the game to squeeze in an ad.
Like, you train your whole life playing 45-minute halves.
Mental. Absolutely mental. Alrighty, that's us done and doosted. Done and doosted. Thanks for listening. Give Tommy Bomb a follow.
Thank you.
Make sure to use the discount for code, only $19. The code is EOFY. Also, ask me Mazda if you need a car. You know the drill. Give Luke a follow. Give him a message. If you need internet, lontel.net.au/bloke. And as usual, we'll go and fuck ourselves. Thank you.
What's gambling really costing you? For free and confidential support, visit gamblinghelponline.org.au.